Here I am sitting in my bedroom, kind of late, on a coronavirus Saturday night. And that means no tipatinas, no dinner with friends, nothing like that. Just me, myself, and I time. It's been a great day in so many ways. I slept in a little bit. I did my Zumba class with Mark that I love so much. I came home. I did a caulking project that my house really needs. I'm just a renter, but I know that this is not something that anybody else is going to do. So I spent some time caulking, which needed to happen here, and then I vacuumed and cleaned my house, and then I rode my bike out to get food from one of my favorite restaurants that's closing indefinitely. Tonight was its last night, and I wanted to just go ahead and support them this one time. So I rode my bike and came home, and have just kind of had my own little day. And, I've talked with a couple of friends, but really what's on my mind tonight is existential issues. One of my favorite things from a young child. I was sick, very sick, a lot as a kid. And I think that I was a voracious reader when I was a little girl from a very young age. And somehow I stumbled into books that were a lot of the time about people in peril, people who were suffering. And so I was a serious kid in so many ways. And I've always had a bent for kind of the fragility of life. And just had a unique perspective on that, I think, or at least what feels like in my little world was sort of unique. So it doesn't freak me out to say that tonight I wrote out a new will. I've been saying I was going to do it for a while, and I just hadn't gotten around to it. And, I have a vague memory of sitting with my now ex-husband, but then husband, and writing a will together, and how that felt like such an affirmational exercise to do with a partner, to feel like, this is our life together. And then now to do it again on my own, it's just such a different take on things. I'm 50. We're in this coronavirus crisis. One of my children is now technically an adult. Life is different, but just to sit and kind of write out what I want to happen at the event of my death feels like I can sleep a little better tonight. I also did a new living will. I made arrangements to get it witnessed. And I've done a medical power of attorney and talked to my brothers, who I've designated as my medical power of attorney. Just kind of, I now have all that settled, and that feels good. There's some loose ends around that I need to do, but next I need to work on getting my business affairs taken care of, just in case something happens to me. Have all that kind of worked out so that it's not left a disaster in my wake. So those are just things that are, for a lot of people, real angst filled. For me, it just feels like normal life, because I've always had this way of feeling like, I'm just kind of been in touch with my mortality, I guess, for a long time. So, but it is kind of strange. I don't want to use the word melancholic, because it really isn't that, but it just feels serious. And these are serious times. So that's how I spent my Saturday night, doing that. And so, my thoughts are on my children, in my life, and what's important to me. And again, kind of just thinking through all these issues that are just deep. So that's where I am. I'm going to add a song to my playlist that seems very appropriate for this topic. It's going to be Sufjan Stevens' Death with Dignity, which is I think the opening track to what I think is one of the most beautiful albums ever recorded, which is his Carrie and Lowell album. which is a beautiful tribute and, kind of difficult tribute to his mother, who was mentally ill and died years back. Anyway, it's a beautiful album, and Death with Dignity is, for obvious reasons, very thematic to what I've been thinking about tonight, but it's just a lovely song, so I'm going to add that to my playlist. I'm not going to do this every night on my video, but I'll do it one more time. But I have made kind of a pact with myself that every night before I go to bed, I am going to light my Palo Santo stick, otherwise known as a smudge stick, and just do whatever kind of affirmations feel right to me. I will probably be doing other mind-body work, as I typically have been doing, to keep myself kind of on track. So that might mean one night I'll do some breathing exercises before I go to bed, or journal prompts, or whatever it may be. But every night, at least while I'm feeling anxious and vulnerable around this crisis that is really sweeping all of us under it, I'm gonna do my Palo Santo stick, and so I'm gonna do it tonight one more time, and then after that I won't keep doing it in my videos, or maybe I will, I don't know, whatever strikes me. But I'm gonna use this candle, and I'm gonna move my computer because I definitely don't need to burn my computer. So I'm gonna light my smudge stick, and I know exactly what I want to say tonight with this. So I'm gonna light it first, blow it out, and I'm just going to take a few breaths. Just kind of let this be around the perimeter of my body here as I sit, around my head and my heart. And tonight what I want to do is say the Serenity poem or prayer. May I have the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. My head and my heart, I want this very special poem to be part of my ritual tonight. Now I'm off to bed.